Hey guys, good morning. Paw here. Today is Thursday, and I'm gonna do some biscuits this morning. It's still pretty early. Early. I've been up a long time. I say that I haven't ate yet, and I haven't made any breakfast. I fed all the cats and the dogs. I haven't went out and did any barn work yet, because I wanted to do some biscuits first. You know, there's thousands of, well, I don't know, thousands. There's a lot of recipes out there for biscuits. And some of you guys call them scones or something like that. Probably the same thing, just different parts of the world. I was looking at this recipe and I wanted to try this. It's like I say, somebody else's recipe. It's with your flour, but it's made with that whipping cream, that heavy cream like we make the butter out of. And supposedly they're very good. So I'm gonna the flour that they use, I don't have that type of flour. It's just a brand. They said it's the best kind of flour to use. I forget now what it's called, Lily something. But anyway, I'm just going to use the Walmart brand, and I think they'll be good. And not a lot different than mine. So I just use milk, and they're going to be using a whipping cream, and see how it works out. All right. So I'm gonna get my stuff together. And we're gonna try it. All right. This recipe, this lady says she uses white lily self-rising flour. I don't have no self-rising flour, but she says it's easy to make. You take 1 cup of regular all-purpose flour, that's what I got right here, and 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, and you mix it well, mix it good. And that's the same as self-rising flour, according to her. So I'm going to do twice that amount. So I'm going to use 2 cups of flour, 3 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And that's going to be twice the amount. Now, I can't see here in her recipe where she uses any kind of cooking oil at all, except for just slightly using, I guess maybe a little oil on the pan or something to keep it from sticking. So I don't know how they're going to come out either. And then when she does it, she uses we'll get down to it here in a minute. When she gets ready, she mixes her flour. Once we get our flour mixed up here good, then she'll use the whipping cream, and that's it. She stirs it all up, and she pats it all out, and she cuts it and puts it in the oven. We're gonna find out. It's gonna be, I'm gonna find out just like you're gonna find out. And you guys may have already done this kind of stuff before. You know, a lot of you guys, y'all watch me doing my little old cooking stuff, and it's just normally stuff I do all the time. This here is gonna be new to me also. So we're just gonna find out how it goes, see how it works. All right, I'm gonna get my stuff mixed up here. I'm gonna do twice the amount. Try to do it as accurate as I can. Got this little sifter that Kim gave me. This is 1 cup. Turn it down here a little bit. I'll try to reset this camera so y'all can see what I'm doing. Hang on. Okay. Baking powder. That's regular old baking powder. And being I've had 2 cups of flour, I've got to do 3 teaspoons of this. And I'm just going to use a regular teaspoon, guys. I'm not going to get one of those measuring teaspoons out. It's going to be pretty close, don't you think? Think it'll be pretty close? You professional cooks out there are going to probably say, oh no, Papa, that's way too much. I don't know. You know, I'm always fascinated with when I do stuff like this, thinking about my dad. My dad never measured nothing, but he had done it all of his life. And he never measured nothing. He just sat down at the stove or at the countertop where he was cooking and just get after it. So you're gonna go half a teaspoon of salt. All right. Then I'm gonna stir it up good, mix it up good. And then we'll go to the next thing, okay? We're gonna call this self-rising flour. All right, good. If you're watching that spoon, you're gonna be dizzy. Make it like a little bowl here. All right, I got my whipping cream here. And it says 2 cups of self-rising flour, that's what we got. And 1.5 cups of whipping cream. 1.5 cups. And if it gets a little bit too wet, it says, you can always add a little bit more flour, but I was surprised it didn't say nothing about any kind of cooking oil. And we're just gonna have to see. We're gonna probably have to do some of this by hand. To me, it looks too dry. That looks too dry to me. So I'm gonna put a little bit more cooking oil in it. I mean, a little bit more cream, just a little bit. Probably an eighth of a cup. All right. Now I'm gonna wash my hands good, and I'm gonna do it by hand. Now, I'm gonna knead this stuff by hand, and oh, nothing like biscuits between the fingers. Nothing like it. Now, I got cut that, eh? Hello? Hello? I'm in here, baby. Okay. Yeah, I put a little flour on my countertop. Get out of that drawer, little kid. And now I pat this out about a 1/2 inch thick.
We just came to check on Pop. And he thinks because G's gone, he can just make a mess of this whole entire kitchen.
Hey.
Y'all only see this right here, but y'all should see what the rest of this kitchen looks like with him cooking.
I'll have it clean before she gets back.
Say, Jensen, stop!
This is a new recipe even for me. I've never tried it.
Well, what are you doing different?
Well, mine, I never used that heavy whipping cream. I always use milk. And this one here also doesn't call for any kind of cooking oil. That's kind of strange.
Carter, your Pops is making a video. Gotta be quiet.
To me, those biscuits look a little dry. You know?
Try.
No, they do. I know how to cook biscuits, but I've never done these.
Where'd you get this recipe from?
Offline there.
Oh. You didn't get your dough quite flat.
Oh, well, it don't have to be. I made that. There's a little hole in the back.
It looks like a can.
Yeah, it's
You
a
made
can.
that can? You shaped the aluminum and everything?
No, I didn't do all that part, but I did. That's a little can of tomato paste. And it's kind of can my dad used, so I thought, hey, if it's good enough for him, it'd be good enough for me. All right, I've got them on here. They're ready to go. To me, this lady, I'm sure knows what she's talking about. There's no cooking oil in them, and I was kind of worried about that. They seem kind of stiff to work. They may come out good. Now, I think she calls for $475 or $500 on the oven. Mine only goes up to $450, but it may take a little bit longer. We're just going to put them in the oven and see how long it takes. She doesn't put no kind of oil on the tops or anything. My dad always oiled, the bottom of the pan, plus put a little oil on top of the biscuits. We're gonna find out how this recipe works as soon as my little oven gets ready. I'm not gonna use a big oven. I could, but I'm not gonna use it. I'm just going to use this little one here. All right, I put it in at 10 o'clock. So we're going to see how long it takes. It's in at 10 o'clock. Hey, Breezy in there, come over here harassing me. Her that little girl. Yeah, her that little girl come over here picking on Pawpaw. Right off. Talk about the mess I'm making. I've still got about 3 or 4 days to clean it up. I'm anxious to see how these come out. I just wasn't sure without the cooking oil in them. I thought, surely they have to have some cooking oil in them, but maybe not. We'll see. If they don't do real good, I'll try them again next time with a little cooking oil in them. But actually, they're rising. They've only been there like 3 minutes. Let me show you. You can see they're rising. Yeah, they're rising. So we'll see. They've been in there about three minutes. And we'll see how they come out. This is a new recipe to me. Hopefully, it's a good one. I'll get my apple butter out, a couple of pieces of ham, and a glass of milk. It'll be bon appetit. So see how it comes out. They better come out good. I don't have to use toast. I might have to go to toast. I can't mess up on toast unless I leave it in there too long. That's why it lets you in when I was cooking biscuits, because you want to get up here where I'm at. And I don't appreciate the tail and the face. No. I love you, baby girl. I love this girl. She loves her pawpaw. About two or three times a day, maybe more, for about 2 or 3 minutes. That's it. And that's it, right, Macy? Tail in my mouth. Macy, come on. You love Papa? I love you. I can't hardly do anything in here without Macy coming to watch. And that's why I made sure she stayed outside when I was trying to do my biscuits. Because I don't need a little cat wanting to play in the biscuits. All right, we're about 8 minutes now. So far, they haven't turned brown. We're watching. They've risen good. Turn steady rising. Everybody's maybe a foot tall time they come out of there. They are rising. That's awesome. Mason. I'll show you guys something here. Gigi. Well, I love Roman and I love this little girl. I love all our cats. We got a lot of cats, and every one of them special in their own way. Old Mama Cat, you know, just such a sweet girl, and Henry. Gigi said Henry's crazy. He's crazy. Well, he's not crazy. Henry just doesn't like nobody except for me. He don't want nobody to pet him. He don't want nobody. And Henry never comes in. But when he does come in, he'll come visit with me at my chair or I'm at my desk, he'll come visit. Kind of like Mason. But Gigi loves the way these guys look. I mean, she loves their activities. They're constantly doing stuff. Roman can run through this house and never touch the floor. That's crazy. And she can too. But Roman's the worst. But the other day she says, I've got something, I ordered something. It's going to be so pretty. And I said, what is it? She said, I'm going to surprise you. Well, I'm going to go show it to you in just a minute. I got to watch these biscuits. I got to watch my biscuits. I can't take a chance on them being gone and something go wrong. Look at that cat. In my office here. Almost looks real, don't it? Yeah, it's just a little stuffed cat. Anyway, it came and she says, you've got to see. Come look. And she opened up the package and opened it up. She said, look, it looks just like Macy. Because Macy's got a darker face, a little bit darker face than Roman does. And I said, yeah, it is pretty, baby. This is my office. This is where I do a lot of my stuff. And my little desk. I'm not going to roll that top up and just say, oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord, Paul. There's my picture. I love that picture. Love that picture. Anyway, that's what I wanted to show y'all. She got today. She is so excited when that thing came. She said, you've got to see it. Call me in. Call me in from outside. You know, I'm a busy man, and I'm busy outside. You got to come see this. Anyway. There's some three little cats saying welcome when you come in the door. All right, I'm going to get back to the kitchen. I do not want our little, that's Lex when he's a little bitty baby. We're a little bitty guy. I walk with Grandpa. I love this little poem. I'll read it. I like to walk with Grandpa. Well, you can read it yourself. I like to walk with Grandpa. He takes his time, you see. His steps are a little, that's true, a little like mine. He stops and waits for me. He lets me ask him questions. He lets me hold his hand. He makes me feel 10 feet tall, and I think that he is grand. He says there's no one like me, and gold is what I'm worth. When I get to walk with Grandpa, I'm the luckiest kid on earth. His mom made this for me, Lex's mom, and took a little picture. Awesome little guy. He is awesome. All of them are awesome. And yeah, my walk's a little bit slower, but it may not be on purpose. It may not be on purpose. Let's check these biscuits out. Biscuits been in there 11 minutes. All right, they're starting to turn a little bit tan on the top. All right, we're going to have to let them stay. I got to have them a little bit more tanner than that. I can't claim it a biscuit if it's not darker than that. All right. 11 minutes so far. Okay, they've been in there 12 minutes and the tops are maybe as brown as they're going to get. So I'm going to let it be just call it done. I'm thinking if I had oiled the tops just a little bit, they would have got darker quicker. I like them a little bit darker than that, but they're going to be okay. So it's been 12 minutes. Let's check them out, see what they're like, okay? Let's see what they're going to be like. Hey, they're light as a feather, seriously. They're light as a feather. Top, bottom's nice. they're light as a feather. I can't believe how light they are. Those biscuits are light as a feather. Now the next test is going to be what they taste like. All right, folks. I've got my ham, my milk, my apple butter, and my biscuits. And listen, this biscuit is great. It's not falling apart. It's light. I got my cow butter. Let me put some cow butter on here. I'm trying to do this with left hand, okay? Got my cow butter on here. Oh, it's gonna be good. I'm sure they're gonna taste great. I was surprised because she didn't use no kind of cooking oil. I've always used cooking oil in them, but they're light. I can't believe how light they are. All right, see that butter melts. I got my sliced ham, my milk, my apple butter. It's gonna be bon appetit. And y'all can just wonder, y'all already had breakfast. Every one of y'all sitting here looking like, Papa, what about us? Well, you might get if I have something left over. All right, I got to get there. I got work to do. Folks, I hope y'all enjoyed this. And seriously, I am so surprised at that recipe. They're awesome little biscuits. They're awesome. And you can have them for any meal. And the lady even talks about, you know, if you don't want to eat them that day, you can freeze them and thaw them out later and heat them up. And I'm sure that's about what I'm going to do with those there, because I'm only going to eat a couple right now, and I'll probably have a couple with my last batch of beans I'll have this afternoon. Hope y'all enjoyed that bean video. Those beans, if you've seen it yet, I don't know if you've seen it yet, but they were delicious. I'm serious, delicious. May have been some of the best beans I ever eat. All right, and I've eaten a lot of beans. In my life, I've eaten a lot of beans. All right, catch you guys later. I got to get busy here. This is some work laid out for me right now. I got to do it for that little girl comes back. She'll want them. Catch you guys later. I want to add one more thing. I just now eat those 2 biscuits. they're delicious. But if you remember when I was making them, how I folded the dough right before I started cutting them, that's where the crease is at. That's where they come apart, because I folded them and they come apart right where that fold was. Makes it so much easier. You got to tear them apart. They come right apart. So, and I knew that from other recipes, that if you fold them, they'll come apart normally at those seams. And they're good biscuits, even without anything on them. They're good. But I just want to say that this will be a recipe I'll do again, and I'll do it Sunday morning when we got company, and I think they'll be surprised. They still don't compare to my dad's biscuits. My dad, I don't know, folks, and it's not just my memory not thinking better. My dad, and I think it's because he used it like a starter. It wasn't like, I don't know. He used a starter though, and I don't do that because I don't make bread that often. And it'd be a lot of work having to feed your starter and all that kind of stuff. You've never done one, you can read up about them. But he used it every day. He made biscuits every day, so it was a continuous, ongoing thing. Anyway, they're good. These biscuits, I've never seen biscuits that light. And they don't fall apart. They don't fall apart on you. They're just light. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this little video. I'm going to finish that piece of ham and that biscuit right there. I was only going to eat 2 biscuits, but I'm tempted to eat 3. Catch you guys later.